to LKO Guilty Gear Strive Edition. I'm Dynamite, joined by Doctor, and we're about to get into top 8. And I actually am liking the mix of characters we're seeing, Doctor.
I'm super happy with what we're seeing here tonight. I mean, we were just talking about it a little bit. We have a chip player, a couple Mei players, Anji, Kai, Zato. Like, this is a very diverse top 8. And we're not really seeing like the quote unquote top tiers, unless you're counting Mei as like top 3, which I think is reasonable. But outside of that, it's mid-tier city, some would call it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the tier list already. I mean, I'm already tired of the Twitter threads that haven't even happened yet, that will likely happen tomorrow about tiers. You know, like it's true. It's not the characters that are, I would say, natively strong, right? That people will feel like, oh, you just pick up and go, except for Mei, because come on, what are we talking about? But there are some other characters in the cast, and I'm curious to see how they play out. You know, there's we saw a Kai who, you know, typically we don't see in tournament too often. And now they're on winner's side top 8. We got the Anji in there. We got the Zato in there. So we got a Nago in there. Nago versus Kai is going to be our top match for, you know, the upper half of winner semis in top 8. So yeah, this has been great.
Yeah, and I mean, tier lists, much like frame data, it's just a social construct. You can ignore them fully, completely. You don't got to pay attention to those whatsoever. And I think it's funny that you mentioned like the natively strong pickable characters, and then kind of like threw Mei in there. But like, so here's why I'm going to disagree with you, and feel free to disagree with my disagreement. Mei's a charge character, and so like for fighting game players, charge characters are like normal, obviously. But if this is your first fighting game, like, probably a lot of people, considering this is 30,000 sold on Steam, I think charge mechanics are very difficult for like a newbie to just like learn from the command list.
I don't agree, because you have to charge Mei for the fraction of a time that it takes the lightning bolt to hit the ground. Like, that is not a charge character. That is a I intend to do this and I'm blocking anyway character. Like, that is not like.
All right, so the Potemkin, like, or you like, do you disagree that charge is not intuitive?
I think it's intuitive. I think it's easy to do. Like, I think it's for this game, I don't think charge is like that difficult, you know?
Oh, I don't either. I just, so like obviously I don't think Dragon Ball had any charge mechanics that I'm aware of. I don't remember, honestly.
I don't think so, no.
Street Fighter has charge mechanics, and so like when I was trying to learn Street Fighter, I wanted to play Urien because I'm a degenerate, and I couldn't grasp charge even with somebody explaining it to me. I was like, how in God's name am I supposed to do a combo, charge, and then like shoulder at the same time? Like, it just never clicked. Then I come to this game and I play Mei a couple times. It's just like, yeah, all right, now I understand.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me ask you something, Doctor. Yeah. Someone blocks your shoulder, you know, your tackle in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You're probably going to get punished, right? Like, probably.
Yeah.
You know, what happens when you block the dolphin?
You're pretty free to do whatever you want.
It's just another dolphin, right? Like, they come in twins, you know. So that's to me, that's the difference. Like, the execution of the move is easier, and I mean, you know, the only thing better than one Totsugeki is 2.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you do like heavy Totsugeki, because like during the startup animation, you can start charging again, and then you're plus anyway. So then you just let the second one rip, and you're just like, you're having a grand old time.
Yeah, many players are certainly having a lot of fun. I will say this: if they do kind of tune that character down a bit, I can see some of the mechanics of charging starting to play into, you know, the overall difficulty of the character more. But at the moment, it's like, no, just let it go. You know, let it fly.
Let the Totsugekis fly.
I mean, that's what I've been experiencing. I'm still waiting on that DM of when you play ladder, because I need that. I need that window. So Don't say it here. Don't say it here.
Don't.
I'm just saying, like, you know, just hook me up. You know, I'm just trying to have a good time.
Well, I mean, using context clues, if you're telling me you're just hopping on for this stream from work, I'm gonna go on a limb and say you were working during the hours that I play on the East Coast. So, you might be out of luck, Dynamite.
That's
just
unfortunate.
full
Yeah.
stop. You might just have to hold the Totsugeki.
Damn, I really don't want to.
You know what
That's
you
fine.
do want to do, though? You do want to use that Matcherino code there. Exclamation point, Matcherino in the chat. The code for tonight is LKO, June 21, GGST. If that is a lot for you to type, just copy and paste it right into the contribution box. It is just that simple, and it does supply 50 cents of free magic money. It just poof, like a magic trick, like a quarter out of a hat is added to the prize pot, and it goes to support some great players here tonight. And we're heading into our first match, top 8.
Pastel Showdown. Nago versus Kai. Trevor versus Ruffian.
So I think this matchup, we talked about how Chip was too quick to fireball. I think the buttons from Nago are too big to fireball. So I think once again we're going to have to see Ruffian just win off buttons instead of relying on shock state pressure.
Yeah, well, you know, if Nago has high blood, you definitely don't want to just be random fireballing. You might want to stick in one or two here or there, but not. Kai's fireball recovery is counter. So, like, you really got to be careful. Speaking of fireball, there's the biggest one of them all. Sacred Edge to the other side. Trevor in a little bit of trouble.
This is looking pretty donezo. Not quite the perfect, but might as well have been.
Yeah, sometimes it's all about getting that data down, you know, things like that. Oh, man, 6P Ruffian picking up where they left off. Trevor stuck in the corner. Spins out because, of course, it's zero on block.
It's so good. Like, you can do whatever you want, and if they don't respect your zero, you're going to eat it. Does force the burst here out of Trevor. Does try to jump forward once again. Just applying pressure with these big buttons. About 1.5 bars of blood. PRC, YRC. They're just spending the meter.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree. You definitely don't want Nago, you know, trying to bust you open. It hurts quite a bit, and Ruffian has the burst available in case this stuff. There's the throw, pressure, down back, and tried to throw, and it whiffed. That's unfortunate.
Oh, went for the OTG, and it still wasn't enough to end it, though. But this is chip range. Doesn't even need to chip it, just jabs it out.
Jay making it look pretty convincing so far. Let's see if Trevor gets to adapt.
This is still first to 2, right?
Yes, this is first to 2. We're only doing first to 3 in the finals of this bracket.
Okay. Yeah. So you have this game to adapt. But before you head down to the loser side, we're gonna get the vampire bite here. Drop that blood gauge. Try and use some more specials, but now we're right back up.
+5 scenario. Yeah, that is something you really got to be careful for. Now Trevor about 1.5 bars of blood, so got to be careful on the next execution of the specials that they have. There's the purple RC, the YRC, the alleviate pressure, and the super straight out of it, and it hits. We're going back upstairs. I'm still in the house. I'm just your friend.
Just your mom's friend. Go away. That was a really nice adaptation because we'd already seen that situation before with the dash up, PRC, YRC. Last time it went Ruffian's way. This time with that reversal super, Trevor's able to take the round, and now we're in a different corner though. We've gone sides here. We're in P1 side.
Yeah, we're definitely on player one side. Zero and block again cancels into the DP. Nothing doing. That's gonna be a lot of blood there. I'm not sure how far it'll go. Okay, almost in blood rage, but meanwhile, Ruffian laying down some block pressure.
Using any sweepers yet. Very slow to move across the screen. Using a couple dashes here. Builds up a little bit, but you're actually hitting with these normals now, which is keeping it nice and low. Not building up too much. Not going to blow up this time.
Pressure there from Ruffian and trying to push it back, but a late night snack for Trevor going to reduce the blood burst immediately from Ruffian. That could have been a round.
Yeah, we do get still 50 tension. One more throw could do it from either side. Trying to shimmy it up. Does get the grab. Look at that move speed. Nago can only dream of it.
Well, you know what? He's got the teleport. He's working with the big damage. Trevor trying to make it happen here. Last attempt, by the way, one more round and Ruffian is moving into winner's point.
Eventually the final burst there from Trevor. Just trying to keep the pressure forward, but now we're coming back here. Ruffian trying to add some shock state to the gameplay. Oh, gets clipped right in the chin. Oh, the music is singing here. YRC this time from Trevor. Just trying to delete that pressure.
Pushing forward, the back dash gets caught up by the throw, and Ruffian MJ moving Trevor all the way to the other side of the screen. Blood gauge maxed out at the wall, and we're out of here. Into winners finals goes Ruffian. Trevor down to the losers bracket.
So I know Beyblade Spin there's 0 on block on ground. What is it in the air, if you know by chance?
You're asking questions Dust Luke haven't given me answers for.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
I have no idea whatsoever.
Because it was an odd situation, right? Because like it does connect. It did suck him back down to the ground for Trevor to try and apply a little bit more pressure. But I think we did get the burst soon after there. So
yeah, no, that's a great question and something to think about. I just really enjoy how Ruffian's playing this Kai in this tournament. You know, we're going to see more of them coming up soon. But for now, they'll be sitting pretty in winners finals, and that's 3 out of 5 territory where everyone on Twitter wants to be. So see, if you get to winners finals, it's 3 out of 5 all the way through. What's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, if you win, you get what you want, right? Like, isn't that just how life works?
That's pretty much it right there. We can just wrap up the tournament right there. Thanks for coming out, everybody. We'll see you next week for more Strive. Keep winning.
Just win more, and the tournament ends faster.
That's also true. And speaking of truths, we're going to have a fantastic match coming up next. It'll be Kizzer Crate versus Zach in a Box. Kizzer rocking the Anji out here to make a statement, and Zach running with the Master of Shadows, Sato.
Yeah, this is another matchup that will be interesting to see how the interactions work out, because we saw the Anji mirror earlier from Kizzer, which, you know, they showed a really great knowledge gap there where they recognized like what they could get away with that the other Anji couldn't get away with and stuff like that. Now heading into Zach, we saw them earlier up against the Mei player. I don't remember exactly which one, but they showed that they could play the game a little bit around what Mei's options are. And now, again, it's another knowledge check from both sides. Can you delay that eddy pressure as the Anji? Can you, keep a strong head? Because, again, you don't really have, a reversal other than a
You got the counter super for sure, but yeah, that'll be the tail of the tape. Now the sachet through will be important to use if you can get through Eddie. However, if you use it too far out, it might be troublesome for you.
Which we kind of saw earlier in one of the Anji matchups. I think it was against Megoriyuki, where if you used it too far out, you were still too far away to actually land a hit afterwards. So, same situation, does get hit low, knockdown situation, smashing that jab button, goes Fujin.
Pushing forward, got the big screen air dash in, pushing Zach towards the opposite end. There's the wall from Eddie, because they're having to block it up. Zach immediately out with that flight mode. 2P blocked, Fujin, nothing doing, and counter hit on the follow-up attempt.
Yeah, tried to short hop there to get the super out from Zach once again, just applying that pressure. He's trying to keep him back in the corner. 6P defensively, Fujin punished once again. And now, what can Kizzer do? That's a huge counter hit, but it's a knockdown.
Oh, yeah. Zach, that whole round was doing the best my buddy and me impersonation, and it worked out so well. Fujin would hit the shadows, and Sato would be chilling back.
And like, that's such a feels bad situation, because you got the parry, right? And you try to get in, you're trying to push a button, you just get back thrown. And now you have to hold all of this eddy pressure. Command grab coming through. Gonna have to burst soon if they want to stay alive, and when will it come out? The frog does get hit up. Blue RC, still alive. Still alive. Guts coming in clutch here.
Really ramping with them abs, flexing it for the defense, but Zach in full control of this round.
Yeah, only needs a pixel hit at this point. Anything will do it. And you feel bad because that burst, it was the only option you had, but it left you with just a pixel. So you're like, even still, your chance of a comeback in that situation is mighty low.
Yeah, pixel in the dream for a reason. Zach in the box, he's trying to put Kizzer to sleep for the winner's side of things in the bracket. But This is game 2. Let's see if Kizzer makes some adjustments.
Another huge knockdown counter hit, forces the burst very early on, gets it into Fujin, short hops forward, doesn't really get a whole lot afterwards, just trying to apply, you know, a little bit of conceded pressure, knocks Eddie into the Shadow Realm, but now again you gotta hold Zach's pressure.
Yeah, there's the wall shadow coming out to say what's up. There's that dust mix that I've seen from several Zados, including Zach and Box and Macho. The shark coming out the feast. The worst Jaws episode ever for Kizzer. Butterfly out. Can he escape?
Gets the back throw. He's will apply a little bit of pressure. Sends out the pigeon. Short hop forward. Fujin again. Gets the overhead this time. Oh, but can't get the second one. Gets the good old NA reset for the wall splat and takes the round.
Home here and put one on the board, but the Zach about off to an early start. Block string, the dust stands him up when I'm talking to you, son. Command grab and the knockdown. Oki cycling, here we come.
Does set up the frog situation, knockdown, drill, command grab again. This is looking scary once again here for Kizzer. Goes for the red RC wall break, gonna build that right back.
Oh, Kizzer with the bold air dash in says, I'm going out swinging. Definitely wants to get this other round. Kizzer also with burst available. Shadow Eddie comes out. Kermit hopping over. Kizzy missing that episode. Had to stay late for school. And now it's up to Zach in the box to try to keep things early and stop Kizzer's approach.
Yeah, these frogs are just non-stop though, and they do so much damage when they do finally hit. Gets them into the wall. Going to potential set point here for Zach in a box. Just dash forward, grab. Okay.
Make a statement. Say, hey, I'm not just chilling all the time. The command grab on the mix again. That's 3 for 3 for Zach in the box.
It's a tough command grab to pay attention to because you're paying attention down low. You're trying to pay attention to Eddie. Just in general, like there are so many moving parts here on the Zato side. Sends out the big shark again. Can't dash over it. This is not good. Forced to burst.
Wall from Eddie will block the butterfly. Zach chilling, flies up into mid-screen scenario. Wall for Eddie again. Kermit forcing the block. Kizzer has to FD all of it and just could not hold it down. Zach going to take it 2-0 in winner semis. And Kizzer still has a run through the loser side. But this is going to be Zach in the box moving on to winners finals.
You know what that makes our winners finals matchup too? It makes it Zato versus Kai.
It is. That's what I'm saying. You know, Ruffian putting in the work on Kai.
That's a different winners finals chat. We'll just say that one.
What's different out here?
Yeah, Zato might be a bit of a known quantity there from some of these other tournaments, but I don't know of any other Kais that are making winners finals.
There's another strong Kai I've seen actually in Casa and recently in the Ritual Motion tournament. Kaneki Red Reaper, who has been playing really from the BT crew, has been playing a really strong Kai. But yeah, you're right. That's not something that you see too often, and I'm just happy to see that the tech is out there and is making it look good.
Yeah, and it's you know, how many times we're gonna say it? It's still early. We'll get more tech. We'll get more character specialists coming in here, and we'll start to see some really fun stuff as the game goes on. So that was kind of tough there for the Anji. You know, Kizzer Crate just has so much to block, right? And it's so tough for I think Anji in general to really deal with a lot of that Eddie pressure. I mean, we saw the drag back in with the frog, just the regular frog. Like, what do you do? Blocking didn't seem to work. Yeah,
you guess, you know, like you just you know, you take out the good old pencil and just mark in one of the bubbles and say, you know what, it is what it is.
Hopefully you got the right one, and it's not just like you're filling in B 6 times in a row and you're like, oh, well, you know, maybe that's just the way the test is made.
Hey, I'm not going to say I've done it before, but I've done it before. And speaking of doing it all over again, Trevor going to be up against a May, against his home, Trevor in the lower half of Losers Quarterfinals. And it's the homie showdown, Kizzer Crate versus Chris Chaos. This is I mean, technically a team kill, you know, those two are really good friends. So we'll see how that one plays out as well.
Yeah, Trevor, like you said, up against the May one more time. Is this the final May? This is, right? Yeah, this is the final May in the bracket. You guys who are not Totsugeki fans, could be given your dream, right? It's all up to Trevor to knock this May Demon out of the bracket. If not, you're gonna get at least one more series of Totsugeki. So maybe pull one way than the other.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you're rooting for here, but either way, I expect a really good match coming out of this one. It's going to be the tale of how well Trevor balances between sitting on just above 2 bars of blood and being able to use specials to, cash out for huge damage. Nago's heavy slash is going to be enhanced whenever that blood bar goes up. Sitting at 2 gets you some really powerful stuff with your 5H. You can just kind of cover that horizontal approach and Totsugeki as well because of how disjointed it becomes at that 2 bars of blood range. However, if you still got to time it right, you got to anticipate and all of that. So that's part of it. But yeah, I think that this matchup is one for sure that Nago has to play really, really well. There's also May's jumping heavy slash, which is something to keep account for, which you got blood, then your 2H helps you out with that.
Yeah. And I mean, you do, I remember a week ago when everybody just did 6P of the Dolphin. We've moved past that discourse, thankfully. But I mean, you're right. Nago does at least have a button that can challenge the Dolphin. It does get a bit of a struggle when she does successfully get in. But Nago has a unique set of tools to prevent that from happening.
Yes, yeah. There are a couple of tools that Nago can use to attempt to prevent that. And like I said, May being the oppressive character that she can be, really, if you get stuck in that corner as Nago, it's not going to be a good time. So you really want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to, if you don't have the corner, at least stay mid-screen.
Yep. So since we do have a second here, chat, I do notice the Batcherino has made it above $50. Once again, thank you everybody for using the code. Thank you everybody so much for those of you who have used the code, done the sponsor quests, all that fun stuff. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. Go ahead and use code LKO June 21 GGST.
Absolutely. We're at the $50 mark. I want to see a hundo for the fundo, as I said earlier. So let's get it up there. Let's go ahead and use that code. Throw in the donations. Shout outs to everyone who has so far. Really appreciate it. The players appreciate it. TOs appreciate it. It's always great to see the support from the community. And hey, tweet it out. Let people know we're in top 8. We're having a good time. And we're going to be moving on through into losers quarters shortly. So yeah, just let the good people know. That's what it's all about.
I do kind of feel bad for one of these sponsor quests because it's somebody put up like a YouTube, and then it's like they deleted the YouTube account or something because it just says user not found. And I feel bad.
That they cannot change society.
Well, we did find the next match. It's going to be Trevor versus Gansatone, Nago Ryuki versus May. No longer the battle of pastels, but we still got pastels in the bracket. Just
is that not a pastel red?
Is it?
I don't know. I failed arts class, so I
don't really think that is.
I don't know the definition of the word pastel, so we're gonna talk about video games a little bit more then, get around that knowledge. And look at that, already into the mix we go. Nago, you're getting some damage down, forces the burst out too.
Yeah, you always want to get that burst early, if not bait and punish it. But again, here we go. Trevor is stuck in the corner, double overheads to a throw. What's it going to be? You press, you get tapped into the wall. Now May has meter. It's going to be the whole animal kingdom, at least the marine life version of it coming at you. Purple RC there for Trevor and corner pressure. Not bad.
Yeah, lots of FD in here coming in from Gantz, though, making sure that you're not taking too much hit. But now, back to the wall. I do like that the FD is actually denying a lot of that tension here from Gantz. So we're not going to be seeing too many reversal supers potentially. And the forward throw will close it out.
Yeah, good stuff there from Trevor. Also with the red RC off of the throw, recognizing the position they had and putting Gantz's home on the back foot.
Super early burst, but look at what they got out of it. Pressure being applied here, does trade with the Totsugeki, and you're able to keep going. Gets that low slash, gets the command grab into the red RC. think it's a bit unfortunate to be splatted that early. Make do.
Yeah, burst from Gantz's home is going to keep them safe. We're in the time vortex, into a throw. Dust is blocked. Gantz's home special. I've seen that before. The spin into the slash for the finish. And welcome to the future, folks, where Trevor is up 1-0, and we're going into game 2.
I'd say that was actually a pretty dominant 2-0 victory there over Gantz, who never really was given a chance to get going. We saw a couple touch dickies, but they largely didn't lead to a whole lot, if anything at all, because we saw the trade, which still led to pressure here from Trevor. So once again, look at this lead already being gained. So much HP gone already.
Oh, big counter hit there.
Do it, actually, with the wall.
With the wall, this is going to wrap it up right here for this round. See you later. We're going to knock you straight into Duel 2. Trevor playing super aggressive, and I actually enjoy it because you don't want to let May get started, right? Like, you want to, especially with May.
No, and I think a lot of players get kind of intimidated by the May, right? They're like, oh man, she's going to dolphin me into oblivion. And so they get like hesitant and they don't do as much aggressiveness as they should. Trevor, not afraid. He's continuously pushing buttons. We've seen counter so many times on the screen this set, and it's just going to keep going. Even now that you're in a life deficit, you still got to push buttons to even it out.
Yeah, for sure. And Trevor doing a great job of that. RC, did Gantz's home aggress? They did not, but the purple RC to keep it clean.
The big usage of meter, and you can see the blood gauge just about full there as well. Going to be a bit of a difficult run back now that you don't have any tension. 0. We mash
that
him,
usage
though.
is going to take him over, though. Oh, the activation and the dolphin into a little too less to finish.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
That round was a bit tough there for Trev, but we're into a new round. Does need to get a little bit more of an advantage, though, using these specials all over the place. We're already at 2 bars. Just clean.
Yep. I mean, that's the life you live, is Nago, for sure. Go burst for Gantz, going to get them a full stick of celery right there to use whenever they feel like it. And a lot of trouble potentially for Trevor. Good block and punish.
Oh, does get the command grab into the red RC. Keeps the combo going. Even gets a wall splat. Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
Sometimes when you get that snack, you just want the whole rest of bag of the cheese. And speaking of which, thrust into the air and burst bait.
Yeah, thankfully the burst was successful. So does survive another day. Blocks the overhead. Does the mash out. Goes for the dash.
Thought a throw was coming, but Trevor decides to go for the plus frame close slash. Gantz is home. Known for dust pressure on knockdown, by the way. Trevor might have eyes open. Instead, it's Gantz with them shut. Trevor moving forward out of losers quarters into losers semis. I mean, that was really good stuff from Trevor. The pressure was there. Gantz started to adapt later on, but for the most part, it was all Trevor.
Yeah, definitely serving up some dolphin sushi here tonight. And that's the final May player, folks. No longer will we see that demon. Everybody is going to be, playing the good fight from here on out. We have Nagoriyuki going up against the winner of our next matchup, which is going to be Kizakrait versus Chris Chaos. So that was Anji versus Chip is going to be this matchup.
Yeah. Chris and Kizzer, good homies, Midwest crew for sure. You hate to see it, but eventually it's going to happen, right? That's the way the bracket shakes out, and I'm sure it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, super excited to get hopping here in just a second, because we hadn't seen this matchup yet tonight, right? Anji versus Chip.
We haven't.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we have. So it's going to be interesting one to see from the perspective of Kizzer and Chris for sure. But yeah, that's a good point. I haven't seen that matchup much in general, to be honest. Now that I'm kind of searching the old memory banks.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen it, to be fully honest with you. Again, characters that take work, take practice to learn the ins and outs. We talked about Anju specifically earlier, like the Fujin pressure not being exactly amazing, Chip not having a lot of HP. So to see them go at it, I think I said this earlier, but I think Chip should have an advantage. And last time I said that, he kind of got bopped. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you still gotta play the game, right? Like that's gonna be part of it as well. I see a lot of people, saying that a lot of things about Angie and being lackluster, but Angie is one of those characters that I feel like, yes, the work is there, but if you do it well, you can actually do some stuff, right? Like I think the tool set is there. It's just, like I said, not as natively strong as some of the other characters at the start of Stride.
Yep. So as we load up, they are letting the intros rock. And look at that, just instant transmissions right into the stage.
Angie versus Chip.
All right, here we go. Chris Chaos versus Kids Are Crazy. Chip versus Angie. This is the first to two as well as loser supporters in this top 8.
Already, Kids Are Crazy off to a good start. Nice little sequence here. Alpha Blade not gonna connect off of the counter hit. Back to the wall we go. Does get the back throw in the sky. Alpha Blade overhead. A little bit of sinking going up here. Oh, Beyblade's over the pigeon. This is looking good here for Chris Chaos.
Yeah, Chris Chaos goes the corner pressure. Nice fight out from Kids Are Crazy. And the back throw to set up the butterfly Oki. Fujin canceled into the empty hop. YRC. Chris takes his turn back.
Going for the overhead, but gets counter hit. DP's up. Tries to keep the pressure on and does successfully.
Yeah, Chris Chaos using the defensive tools there immediately once Kids Are Crazy to take that turn to protect that life bar, as we pointed out. And now the overhead record going to get the bounce and the wall's flat. Kids Are sitting at about 45% health, just like that.
Yeah, he runs up, grabs him again, tries to go for cheap the overhead. Nice backdash there from Kizer, but he's going to keep DP and does burst the leaf grab there, I believe.
Full fuel in the tank for both. Chris uses half of it for the YRC, but Kizer keeps going anyway. Honey Badger mode.
RC low, overhead, gets the red RC again, but misses the link. Oh no, that could be tragic. Does back throw him though, sits up the butterfly.
Gives the throw there, but no punish, and picks it up off the back end. Kids Are Crazy time things up. Duel 3.
He's hit pretty far. I was actually kind of surprised that true link. But good stuff there for Kizer. Comes out ahead. He's definitely getting some work done. And Chip showing off that it really is death by 1,000 cuts sometimes.
How's a DB like that? Burst out from Chris. Did not want to eat that wall combo at all. Big sweep there into the red RC. Kids are floating away, and Chris escorting them to the other part of the stage. And the positive bonus, Trouble City for Kizer.
Oh man, another run-up throw into the instant jump alpha slash, which was pretty quick. I can definitely not be able to block that one. Great tech on the PRC throw. Oh, first.
Yeah, absolutely had to there for Kizer. Chris with a huge life lead though. And there's the air throws, sending Kizer back down to the ground. One game for Chris Chaos, first to 2 territory.
Yeah, that spin DP not great, I should say. If you don't get hit by it, it's pretty easy to do something about it, so going for the air throw option there, pretty solid.
Tick throw there, Chris Chaos moving forward, Alpha Blade through, jump back over, all over the place. Looks like Kizer's trying to swat a fly with those fans at the moment.
Another wall break. Chris recognizing the advantages he gains here, does get interrupted on the Alpha Blade, but can it do more against Kong low again? Huge counter hit on wake up there.
For the big dub, Chris Chaos trying to end things. YRC, and he still has burst available. Kizer gets the hit there. No burst. Thought one might be coming. Red RC cancel. There's the burst, and it was a golden one. It's looking real good for Chris Chaos.
Oh, and it get me beat the parry. Oh, that's huge. That should be enough to kill. And Kizer had a couple chances there, just didn't believe in a couple hits and left the pixel there for Chris to be able to close it up. Does get the parry, full combo here.
Last chance for Kizer to make it happen. Chris sitting on match point at the moment. Kizer just trying to land something to start a block string. There's the anti-air DP, bringing Chris back down to the ground.
Overhead blocked into the throw. Alpha Blade down low into the insta block there, giving Chip a little bit more room to work with. Goes for the full Rekka. No punish though.
They're backing off, recognizing, hey, gotta be careful here. Red RC after the big hit there. Wall, no splat, and Kizzer ends up on the other side.
A little bit of a weird situation there. Ends up back to mid-screen. Oh, punishes the dust.
What an empty hop off of the fusion there for Kizzer.
Yeah, maybe a bit of connection issues as both players back off the round start.
Might be in a bit of a desync at first.
Pull it back a little bit though.
Okay, here we go. We're back.
We get a couple overheads there from Chris Chaos, but this is still set point in tournament life here for Chris Chaos over Kizzer.
Red RC off the combo here. Push towards the wall. Chris Chaos going to break through Kizzer. A little rough.
Yeah, Dust is active, so they do have quite a bit to work with here. Oh, that was a nice little connection there. Red RC keeps it safe, trying to apply more pressure. Fujin, short hop. Oh, goes for the grab, but it doesn't connect.
So Red RC there. It's going to be scaled because it was the full Red RC. The counter super whiffs after the Alpha Blade. Whoa, he ran into the back of the fan. Only your mans have you covered on both sides. I can't believe it.
Wins.
I can't believe it.
Man, that's some base Goku stuff right there. It's so great. You love to see it.
My man's looking like he's on Planet Namek with it. Just blowing the back.
Oh! Get in your corner. Take it to a game 3. They're letting it rock again. Man, these players, they're breathing right now, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm taking the time. I'm taking the time no matter what side I would have been on that exchange.
Yeah, they're both like, holy, shaking their heads, taking a sip of water. That was not the way either of them thought that round was going to end. Well, I guess kind of technically Kizzer, because they went for the reversal DP, but once that whiffed, you know that they were in their head thinking it was all over.
This is the rubber match right here. Game 3 scenario. Winner is the one that we move forward. Loser goes home for sure. Chris Chaos starting out early with the potential bid, but Kizzer backing off saying, not this time.
Uses the Alpha Blade to get up and above, goes for the overhead, interrupts the Alpha Blade down low though, even to the Red RC. Look at this life advantage being gained. That's active, but Chip's still not very healthy.
Oh yeah. But Blue RC there just to back up from the neutral situation in case Kizzer was coming with a Fujin. Now Chris Chaos on the assault.
Oh, it's another air grab though. That's huge pressure being applied. Has the RC available. First out is safe. PRC in the command grab. Is that enough? It is.
Yeah. Leaf grab from Chris Chaos, putting them on match point.
Once again, Roundstar Fujin's gonna work out this time. Goes for the DP. Huge punish counter hit there. Oh, but it countered.
Oh, I'ma do it again and run up sweep. Kizzer pushed back into the corner. The double jump, nothing doing. Gets the DP to get the side switch for Chris, flipping out, counter hit. Unfortunately, Red RC burst available for Chris. Is he going to inject out the combo? Might be saving it for a potential round 3.
Yeah, potential round 3, or even if another hit comes through. Now that you've tasted blood, you might be thinking this is actually comebackable. Does get the wall flat coming through, but the back throw from Kizzer is enough. That was a lot of damage. Holy crap.
It was a ton of damage, and now we're at the final round of this set. Big counter hit there from Chris to start things out, but back to mid-screen.
Another huge counter hit coming through. Oh, it's just never-ending train of pain here for Kizzer. Into the wall, cracking a little bit. Does get the counter hit jab, but look at this. We're back mid-screen. Chip can do some stuff here. Chris is aware of it.
Kizzer tried to burst out there. Chris baited it through the wall. Last chance, last dance for Kizzer for sure.
Literally a pixel. Blue RC dash back into the button.
6P there from Chris Chaos going to close things out. And what a match between these two. That was wild. I loved every second of it.
That was great. That was super fun on both sides. We had you know, a whole roller coaster arc of emotions there. We saw multiple game-ending scenarios that didn't quite work out, and then we had that nice little fan dance at the end of game 2. And then this game 3 was actually pretty spectacular here from Chris Chaos. I mean, we're watching this replay here at the very, very end, but they had so much going for them, even in the round that they lost there. It seemed like it was Chris Chaos's game to win.
Yeah, the duel 3 was of the last game. Chris Chaos just came out swinging, and I mean, it really turned the momentum in their favor.
So that does make our losers semis. It is going to be Chris Chaos versus Trevor. So as we can see on the screen here, we're not going to be seeing that just yet, though. We are going to be taking a bit back of a stroll upstairs to the winner side. We are going to get Ruffian NJ versus Zach in a Box.
I'm telling you, Doctor, this is the one that I've been thinking about. This is Kai versus Zato in the winners finals. As you said before, Zato, you know, also one of those characters like Axel that's kind of been eking in, you know, doing better and better. But the Kai from Ruffian, I was definitely surprised, but doing really well, and I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, I think we should all celebrate when we see characters that we don't see often succeed, because it just shows that people are learning and people are playing the game, which is good for the health of the community. But it's also, you can learn from it, right? Like if you aren't set on a character yet because you're like, oh well, I don't want to play Soul because he's too good, I don't want to play Ramlethal because she's too good, right? You can now take a look at some of these players that are taking some, you know, mid to low tier characters and winning tournaments with it. You can go, you know what? I do want to play Faust. I do want to play Kai Kisuke. And, you know, that's probably good for somebody out there.
Because it's always good to see the character you like winning. You know, there's some serotonin involved, I'm sure. But, you know, like I said, game is still developing. The tech is still developing. Let's see where it goes, how it develops, and what comes of it. But we've seen examples, like you said, where, you know, hey, this character isn't. I don't like to use tiers. It sounds a little bit, you know, wrestling people. But natively strong is my OS for the characters at the moment. But seriously, you don't see characters doing well immediately. Doesn't mean they won't climb the ranks. Climb the ranks later. And here we are with the Kai and Zato in winners finals for the first LKO Digital Strive tournament.
Look at this pressure already being applied. Shock state in place, just blowing Zato up. Zach hasn't been able to do anything, but that was how they played the last time we saw them on stream as well. So they have adapted very cleanly, and it's just a matter of time before they get their opportunity to mash some buttons.
Definitely one of the pressing buttons pays the whole $60 to possibly $90, depending on what edition you got.
Huge counter hit, does get the burst there out of Ruffian. But look at that, they're the ones still applying pressure, using that red RC, trying to keep the plus frames available. Gets the forward throw, needs a bit more.
Oh, went for the dust there, but the jump out from Zach in the Box, well-timed, corner into the wall. Zach gonna have a ton of meter to use whenever they want. Blue RC forward, throwing on the nitrous oxide to get that pressure going. What's it gonna be? Purple RC drilled this time, and Ruffian hemmed up in the corner. DP says, let me free.
I think that's actually the first DP we've seen from Ruffian all night. I really do.
It might be. I think we possibly saw one, but you know what? I mean, look, in this game, especially when you're at the wall, missing a DP, yeah, you might as well just move on to the next round.
Definitely seen that move before, though. The air throw coming in really beneficially here for Ruffian tonight. Look at this. The landings range is nice. 6P into the flip. Going to put the pressure onto Zach. Sets up the Eddie wall, but you can only hold that for so long. Look at that meter.
Good pressure there and conversion from Ruffian. Wow. Said, anything you can do, I can do better.
That was pretty nice. That's already game one. I know you said this is first to three, but that was quick.
It do be first to three, but Ruffian, you know, living on that East Coast life, I know you feel it, Doctor. It's getting to 11, close to 12. Oh, yo, I'm gonna try to wrap this up.
I got work in the morning. Let's go.
Let's do what we need to do. But Zach in the Box, obviously one of the Midwest finest when it comes to adaptation and making that adjustment to the opponent. So this one is likely going to be a long one.
Yeah, and that's this is Frog's out, getting the down low, hits him with the shock state once again, and it just does so much for you. It almost looks like it makes it so you can't block in this scenario, because Ruffian is just doing whatever they want offensively. Back throw from Zach, though.
Yeah, back throw been really good combination. Had to burst that. That would have been a wall spot combo. Zach putting hands together to wish for the best. It's a small conversion off of it, but Ruffian still stuck in the corner, and the command grab. You've seen Zach use that before really well off of the pressure situations. RC into the wall. Kermit said, yo, this episode is done.
Like you said, already adaptions coming out here from Zach. Air throw connects, but we've seen this P2 corner quite a bit tonight. Missed the jab on the Eddie, which means you got to hold that front right mix.
Zach trying to set up the pressure again. Drill hopped over with the Eddie wall, eating it up for the homie. And now Zach stuck in the corner. Those shock state applied. We've seen Ruffian go to work with it.
Yeah, there's so much grab pressure too. We haven't seen the tech yet from Zanto, so it's just kind of free pressure that you always have in the back of your mind. Do I hold this? Is the shock state going to be plus? Is he going to grab me? Red RC, this is going to have to hurt. Oh, the PRC. I think that's what they wanted.
Might not have been, but that throw certainly was. That is a round in Ruffian's favor. They're looking to go up 2-0, but still, this is a dual 3 for this game. Zach needs this for the momentum.
Yeah, the Frogs are out. That Eddie bar very depleted. Tried for 6P, but Ruffian was aware of the option. I believe that is negative with no shock state. Not super negative, I think. It's like 2 or 4.
Either way, yeah, YRC get the pressure clean. Zach with a couple of jabs just to check the approach, but Ruffian coming in anyway. There's another throw. Charge, stun edge here. Shock state definitely applied. YRC again from Zach. Ruffian still with burst, by the way. So Zach going to have a lot of work to do if the burst is applied properly. Not even getting a chance. Ruffian.
Oh, man, that cross-up was insane. Ruffian's so good. The guy's a nut. Like this is he's speed running this winner's finals, or at least trying to. It's an any percent run is really where it's coming down to. And it's up to Zach in the box to really reset that timer.
Yeah, gonna have to, right? Like you're down 0-2. It's the first through scenario. You gotta start slow, take it round by round. Easier said than done.
Good speed conversion, but the DP out. Oh, the chase down too. Look at this. The wall's up. The Frogs are out. Bursts.
There's a jab check there. Just trying to keep themselves clean as Zach in the box. Kermit hopping all over the place, trying to give him a trilogy, but Ruffian ends up DPing for a whiff. Small punish there from Zach, but Red RC back from Ruffian. Here we go again.
Didn't go for a Red RC combo. Pretty interesting there. Did just let him fall to the ground. Super far YRC. 6P denies the jump in as well. Look at this damage. It's starting to mount up. No burst for Ruffian.
For sure, Trouble City could be in Ruffian's future. There's the purple RC. Nice guard up and decides the right moment to strike back and end up with Zach on the back foot once again.
The Eddie wall eats so many buttons when you're not ready for it. Oh, the burst! They thought that was a saving grace, but instead it was a poison apple.
Will Ruffian put Zach in the box in that 100-year slumber? We'll find out soon. It is one round left for Zach before Ruffian goes up 3-0 and moves on to Grand Final.
That's such a good air button for Kai. We've seen it cross up, we've seen it front forward, we've seen it air to air. It's done everything Ruffians needed it to. Back throw for the pressure as well. Oh no. Oh,
this is rough.
Thrower disconnect.
This is a rough scenario here. I'm not sure what happened, but hey, we're moving forward with it. Kermit comes. YRC, I like that. The backdash on the throw attempt and the burst, mate. Let's go. Zach in the box with a full bar of tension. Can do whatever they want, Burger King style.
Yeah, Ruffian was just trying to end the game in that exact moment. But hopefully plus frames. Wall break should be incoming. With the super, that's enough to kill.
Zach in the box, battling back from the brink to take it to duel 3. Will we see more?
defense. But I see the question in chat asking if Sword Super for Eddie pressure would be better. And I don't know if you know that answer, Dynamite, but I do know that they're still using the Shark Super for the plus frames anyway. So I think it's just personal preference, really.
Yeah, I mean, it could be personal preference. I'm not quite sure on the Zato Tech. Gonna just be real about that one, but it has been working out for Zach. There's the counter hit 2S there. Snapdragon, nothing doing. Ruffian just holding up that defense and keeping, within that whiff range for Kai to punish. And here it is, Ride the Lightning. Ruffian taking the Lord's Thunder into Grand Finals.
All right, chat's got our back with the Eddie tech, so we don't have to know what we're talking about. Chat knows. So that was a nice little combo there. You can actually see the down block attempt to come in, and it just got blown up in time. And Ruffian's insane, Dynamite. This guy's a nut. Like, he's so good. He's in Grand Finals now, winner side.
Yeah, playing extremely well. Winner side Grand Finals, definitely the place you want to be. That's not obviously called champion. So what we're going to do is Zach's going to be on loser side, waiting for an attempt to the run back, but we're going to hop back into 2 out of 3 territory with loser semifinal.
These are players that we've seen quite a lot of here tonight. Chris Chaos and Trevor Nagoriyuki versus Chip.
Yeah, that's going to be the tail of the tape for loser semis. Doctor, you have emphasized multiple times.
Chip has no help?
Yes. So it's going to be, one of those things where if we see Trevor get on the offense, what is Chris Chaos going to do to turn the tables? But the same could be said for Trevor, right? Like, we saw Chris Chaos go to work with Chip in a myriad of styles of pressure on defense, and including command grab mix. So not exactly a walk in the park for Trevor either.
No, definitely not. And I mean, if at any point Blood Rage goes live, it's almost instantly punishable unless Chip gets hit by the knockback because of the Alpha Blade speed. So it should be an interesting one to see how the blood meter is managed here by Trevor, who's done a fairly fantastic job at it so far. We haven't really seen, I think we only saw one burst that was, I say burst, but like one blood explosion that was punished, and that was by a Mei player. So, I mean, I think that this will be pretty even, unless obviously we see the blood super come out, in which case just you're toast. You're just donezo.
Yeah. That's you definitely don't get hit by that, right? Like that is a big no-no. But you got to play the match. I think Nago's 2S is going to be important here for dash checks, but of course Chip's air mobility is extremely good, so that could be another route that is used by Chris Chaos if 2S from Nago is used too much.
So as we are loading in, we're back to at least half pastel. But it is still, tale as old as time, samurai versus the ninja. Well-documented history, I think. Not a historian, by the way. But we're in it.
Definitely in there. Chris pushing Trevor back to the corner already. Getting things started. Alpha Blade block and punish with the throw. This is what Trevor wants.
Yeah, did want that burst out of the potential Chip pressure. But these buttons are kind of slow to recover on whiff, so you saw him get a little antsy there once Chip went to the other side. But still hits him with the projectile. Red RC coming in here from Chris. Good hit there. Gets the command grab.
Grab activated. Trevor got to guess again. The Alpha Blade cross up. I don't even know what side that hit on. Trevor push towards this other corner. Blue RC to pull it forward, slow things down. I really like that, but no conversion.
Oh, that is definitely going to converse there. We saw the projectile forward into the knocked up skyward. Big slash. And that's what you're going to see a lot of right now. We're seeing projectiles come out very liberally from Trevor. Remember correctly, they didn't use a whole lot in previous matchups.
No, they didn't, but we're seeing it now for sure. Positive bonus for Chris Chaos. Plenty of meter to use and drink from. Fast RC, no scaling on that, by the way. And another wall break. We're taking my mans all the way out the department store to the streets.
Just getting positive bonus on positive bonus. Bursts out of the PRC. Not a lot of life left on either side. You have to remember that PRC might be enough to close it out.
Oh, wait. This is trouble. If this cancels into a super, yeah, it just
did.
Oh,
burst!
The timing was just enough for a burst, and Chris Chaos finding a way out of no way. Wow.
Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat there. Just managing their resources quite nicely is really how we should be phrasing that. Look at this. Back to the wall. Almost goes to the wall spot again, but coast to coast is the Nago way. As we do go for the Beyblade. 0, remember.
Definitely 0 on block, but Chris doing a good job of checking blocking that scenario and getting corner pressure. Drill kick connects, but the match out from Trevor. Chunk of damage down there.
YRC, where out thou? Get another projectile hit from Trevor. Really interesting to see that being utilized so well now. That just lets it rip.
All the way to the stands. Trevor putting one on the board, looking like he's at the plate. And yeah, this is a 2 out of 3, right? So gotta make the changes fast. I really feel like, you know, that was a just really good capitalization from Trevor on a couple of scenarios, and I guess it's Nago. That's all you really need sometimes.
Yeah, you only need a couple good hits and the damage is high. And we're not even seeing like too much like strike throw mix. Like we've seen 1 or 2 command grabs, but it's largely just like really strong moves again, making sure Chip can't run you over too much. And even when you do get hit, thanks to the guts that you have as Nago, you're quite healthy. You saw him get hit with 2 wall breaks and still came out ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of ahead, Chip losing 2 of them right there with those 2 H's. YRC just to keep himself clean. Chris trying to start the mix.
Down into the corner a little bit more. Goes for the cross up, gets him up overhead. God, what is happening? Where is he?
Yo, my man took off Nago's shoes and traded them with his own. That was an incredible mix-up.
Nobody blocked that shot, so don't even pretend. Did you block that? Look at this Beyblade City coming out once again. You're still going up that back.
Oh, big counter hit on the close slash. Yeah, big burst there as well. Had to almost the throw though, going into Trevor's favor, but now Chris Chaos gets a chance to play. No, burst immediately.
Beyblade from the top does connect. Stomps on his toes. Right onto the sandals there. Chip with just a pixel left. Now Gloriyuki's gonna use the YRC. EFD coming in for Chris, keeps him alive. PRC one more time. Keep trying to get the pressure. And the clone once again coming out.
Duel 3 for game 2. Chris Chaos needs this to stay alive in tournament. No other way to hash it. There's the air shuriken off of the stall, an air throw as well. Trevor on the defense for the moment. Alpha Blade just cutting my mans to pieces, hacking down the tree.
Going to throws into the super. Gonna get such a life lead here. Doesn't get the wall break though, so he has to hold that command grab. Not gonna be enough. Needs 1 more for the game. Low Alpha Blade. Gonna be counter hit. Oh,
be careful.
It all.
I was just going to say it's only going to take a little bit. This is going to be a ton of damage and through the wall. Positive bonus as well for more damage. No, I'm sorry. That's right. No, there is a zone where neither happens to Nago. We'll talk about it later.
Look at this. Oh, the huge counter hit, but the burst keeps him safe again. It's literally a pixel. And the Beyblade OTG knocks Chris out of tournament.
Unfortunate. That is really rough. Everything was going right until it went wrong. It's like one of those movies where the Mack truck just comes and hits the car mid-conversation, and unfortunately, it will be the end of Chris Chaos's run in this particular bracket. Trevor will move on to face off against Zach in the Box.
I don't know if there's literally any other super in the game that hits right there and doesn't wall break. I'm sure there is one. I just don't know.
I don't know if there is either. I do know that, it can happen with Nago particularly. And there's even a version where Nago has a wall splat, and if he supers at a certain range, it will flip the opponent over his head instead of through the wall.
That's so degenerate. Why does that exist? Poor guy.
Well, Trevor making him look good for sure. Going to end up in losers finals. We're going to see what's what with Zach in the box going up against Trevor.
All right, so I'm not crazy then, because I'm looking at the Smash GG bracket.
No, you didn't see anything. You just got to refresh. You're caching.
Caching. Okay. I'm refreshing.
Don't worry about it. We changed the link.
Refresh didn't work.
Nah, it didn't work.
But yeah, so according to stream, it is going to be that Zach in the Box Zato going up against Trevor's Nago, which, did we see this already? No, we saw Trevor. Did we see this? No.
I don't believe we did.
No, we didn't, because they were on opposite sides of top 8 winners.
Yeah.
So this will be the first time we've seen these two match up. This will be the first time we've seen these two characters match up. And I'm trying to remember if we saw Zach in a Box play against the Nago player within the last week that I watched.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't think they did, but the past is the past, and we're in the present. And that's why it's wrapped up like a bow as we head into the match. Trevor versus Zach in a Box.
Society. So instead of reflecting on
This
themselves,
will be losers finals again, first to 3, all the way through for the rest of the tournament. A quick start denied by Zach in the Box.
Mid-A pressure can be quite insane. And look at this. Back to the wall. Tons of pressure being applied. Gets the command grab. Addy bar refilled as well.
Yeah, definitely where you want to be. Wake up first, immediately putting the hands together. Oh my mans, the shark coming through, but managed to block this Trevor. However, now Zato stuck in the corner. Definitely not where they want to be. Good mash out there from Zach. Recognizing that forward teleport is not plus.
Yeah, they do get hit by the blood explosion though, so they're knocked all the way back across the screen. But look at that, we're down to a pixel here for Trevor. But sometimes that's all you need. Does get the crouching hit, goes for the Beyblade, doesn't quite connect, goes for it again. YRC into another blood explosion. Are you kidding me?
Yo, Trevor said, I'm pressing forward no matter what. Double blood explosion, still got it. And you know what? I actually agree with the liberal use of specials there. He was already dead. Why not just go out with a bang? Have the meals you want to have. Do what you want to do. If you're already going to get smoked, hey, live your life until it's over.
Yeah, he ate that thing full medium well. Gets another blood explosion. This is insane. This is the most we've seen all night. Even with that, the HP bar still looking fairly healthy here from Trevor. So can still do a whole lot. Huge counter hit there.
Yeah, no pickup, unfortunately, for Trevor. Zach just trying to keep things safe. 2S into 5H into the spin. Zach got to be careful from the 6H and the 2H. That was a big one. But Zach finally with the wake-up throw. Trevor to YRC.
YRC, that super should be tippered, right?
Yeah, but even 6H right after that decides not to and went with the spin instead. Still ends up with the kill.
Only had 2 bars of blood at the end of that too, so was in a pretty good position. And Trev's gonna go up 1-0 very quickly. First of all, second of all, very dangerously. We saw 3 separate blood explosions, and we're well on our way to a 4th. So Trev is just not respecting the Zato pressure, and it's to his benefit.
I mean, absolutely. Far Slash is going to go through Eddie and Zato at the same time. Slash up, command grab, Party City for sure for Trevor. Yeah, we're spending all the money.
Yeah, forces the burst out in the first 10 seconds of the round. And look at that. Forced to block that high in the sky. That's crazy. PRC defensively backwards. Cross up? Okay.
Why not? Close Slash again on the pressure. Super big conversion there from Trevor. And now Zach. Last legs.
Really weird interactions coming out here. Forced to hold that block. Chip is becoming a factor here for Zach. Just needs to survive and get the pressure off of Zeddy. Eddie gets the frog out, but forces burst.
Let's come together in a moment of prayer for Trevor. Got a command grab coming through. Zach in the box trying to start the Oki. Got the shadows to spin. Will he win?
Those were the YRC, but the puddle was enough to keep him safe. But the Beyblade will chase you wherever you go.
Spin catching the back dash again. Trevor pulling the trigger at the right time.
And bar is gone, gonna back throw him into the corner. That's a bit of damage already forced the first. Essentially, Zach in the box's last life here in game number 2.
Yeah, looking really well. Kermit coming through, trying to make a movie out of it. But Zach in the box has some work to do in case Trevor does bust out, and he does.
Gets low, but no true conversion afterwards. The Eddie wall comes up, as well as the drill. Eddie gauge is full. Blood gauge shortly behind it as we are at that 2-bar mark. Trying to get it back into a manageable distance. But we're back into the P2 corner. Command grab not going to be enough to kill. What's the option afterwards? What's the Oki?
Oh, Red RC instead picked him up, forced the burst. No, Trevor has the meter to spin if he wants. Slide after 0 definitely works. Not enough.
The Shadow Clone Jutsu closes it out with the spin again.
Trevor not afraid. I mean, obviously spin being 0 on block means you can, you do it when you feel like you're not going to get punished for it, but also following up with the right options after spin is what is getting Trevor dividends.
Yeah, it's really working out nicely. I mean, he's already up 2-0 here in this losers finals. One more and they will find themselves in France fighting for that title championship, but you still have at least one more Eddie game to get there before you can think about that.
Yeah, definitely not over yet. Zach in the box down 0-2, but slowly but surely making these adjustments. Trevor, though, that blood meter high, yeah, you're just swinging away. It doesn't even matter. 5H is a power button when that blood gauge is that high.
Yeah, even flashed with the Eddie earlier, which is what you want to do. You want to hit Eddie back to the shadow round, use the spin. Look at that OTG damage, it's insane. Huge counter hit, gonna go right into the super. That might be enough. Gets the full animation.
Staying over for the weekend, your mom's invited.
And it finally gets the wall break. That's what you want to see there. Round start in from Zach, though. Is applying pressure. Eddie bar is depleted, but he got the frog hit. Does force the burst as well. Shadow Clone not going to go full distance.
Pressure here. There's the 5D. We've seen that sequence from Zach work out quite well into the command grab. Trevor a little bit hemmed up at the moment. Eddie coming out, letting him know the pizza rolls are ready. Going into the second part of the stage.
Eddie dust is a bit of a problem. We're going to get the back throw here from Trev, though. What can they get out of this? They've now finally got an advantage spot. Does get the YRC'd off. And look at this. HP bar dwindling for Trev.
Yeah, Zach getting around here, definitely changing their fate, at least for one more.
Yeah, it's no serious point in favor of Trevor. They just need just one round, but they also need to be able to block. Zach is not letting them whatsoever. Look at that damage, 60% just gone into the void.
Questions are coming much faster than Trevor was ready for. Went for a throw there, ended up getting punished and put into a bad situation. Zach putting the hands together for the shark, but the spin! Yo, my man said you will address the shark before coming into the waters.
Yeah, I mean, that's a trade. It's not a good trade for Trev, but it certainly was a trade. So that is going to be a game in favor of Zach in the box, 2-1 currently. And I mean, we talked about Zach earlier being able to adjust very cleanly in a lot of situations and stuff. Yeah, it took him 2 games, but as long as they can close it out from here on out, it was worth it. Because it doesn't matter how many you lose, it matters how many you win.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Doctor. And Trevor trying to win the last one to take themselves into grand finals, but Zach making a fight out of it. Gold burst, plenty of meter. That was definitely a button being pressed. Shark coming out, PRC to keep himself clean, but a big counter hit afterwards.
Yeah, it's unfortunate you have to use that meter in that way, though, because now you got to hold all of this pressure one more time. Gets the back throw, dashes forward, huge up hit, but not a whole lot afterwards. It's still a one-touch game potentially from either side. Frog is out, Dust is in, Frog is in.
Pressure from here. Zach obviously going to the air to avoid the spin. Again, another shark. Trevor able to clip the legs. Looking like Karate Kid 1 out here, sweeping Zach into potentially a final round.
Those are not steel-toed boots Zato is wearing. Definitely gets chopped up a little bit there. With the back throw, keeping the pressure going. Skulls and frogs and cleavers coming through. 0. They flashed.
Yeah. So
0.
when you clash, yeah, you can do another move instantly, just like that. Red RC bursted back. Trevor trying to end things right now.
Yeah, went for the PRC into the command grab. Gonna get the bite that time. Look at that bar draining downwards. Gets a second one.
Gold
Looking
burst.
really good.
Shadows out. Goggles in the air. What's it going to be? The jump back had to block. Blue RC tried to slow things down. And the poke. Just the tip. Just thin things in Trevor's favor.
That is going to be 3-1. Trev over Zach in a box. And that was looking to be a hard-fought set. Zach was, you could see the gears were turning, and they were starting to get the read on the situation. And, you know, they had some really nice setups going for them. But the 2-0 lead that they garnered for themselves was too insurmountable for Zach. So Trev is going to take that and move on.
Yeah, you definitely saw Zach starting to make the adjustments and doing the right things to put Trevor on the back foot. Certainly a matchup that as things move forward, I fully expect Zach to approach with the knowledge that he gained in this matchup. But as you said, it will be Trevor moving on to face off against the person that sent him into losers. It'll be Ruffian versus Trevor for the run back.
Which this was a 2-0 last time. And if I remember correctly, it was a fairly dominant 2-0 as well. It wasn't the one. It was kind of the ones where you go to the 2 afterwards. Like it was 2-0, but it was close. Don't you worry, it was close. And we know it wasn't close, but we're not going to call you out in front of everybody else because we're nice like that.
Mankind knew.
Well, what we are close to is the end, but first we got to do that grand finals thing that we do. Trevor on the loser side, Ruffian on the winner side. Ruffian looking to get 3 and then peace out.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the end chat, we are getting near the end of the tournament, which means you are running out of time to use those match arena codes, ! In the chat, LKO, June 21, GGST is what you gotta type in the contribution box. Huge counter on that charge button there. And I mean, that's that counter hit stage that you were talking about earlier.
Absolutely. There was a leg stuck out. He said, yo, you already know where we're going. Get the room prepared. Big special here is going to drain the blood meter as well. Allow Trevor to party just a little bit more once it activates the blood pulse.
There it is. You can see it draining bursts aggressively as well, but the pressure still being applied. Gets the red RC, gets hit up. Red RC's again. That should be enough to do it.
Yeah, vapor thrust for the finish. Wow, Ruffian deciding, the perfect time really to press buttons to respond to offensive pressure all night.
Oh, he tried to command grab, but gets back thrown for his trouble. Oh, low there. Watch those toes, my man. Counter hit again. Counter hit again. Goes for the wall break. Even with the super, you're going to build that right back. Don't you worry.
Yeah, Trevor spitting on 50 meter as well. Might need to use it defensively. Wake up throw. Why not? It was guilty.
It's a good option. You can throw a lot of things in this game, but you can't throw away your life lead just like that. As Ruffian gonna get the red RC combo, sets up the fireball, does hit it.
Oh, but he blocked it. So yeah, you block YRC, you get a punish.
Just fishing with these fireballs, keeping the shock state active, trying to bait out something. Oh, the just block? That's a 2-frame. That's tough.
Speaking of tough, Trevor going down 0-1 to Ruffian while being on the loser side just made the journey a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, because not only do you have to win 3, because that just resets the bracket from loser side. Trev then has to win another 3 afterwards to take it to the championship spot. But Ruffian 1-0. Connection has been lost, as we can all see there.
This is not good.
I'm looking at the HP bars.
This is not good.
That's just the spectator. HP bar not looking great here for Trev, looking quite low, as we can see on the cab there. Oh, it's down to 0. I think that means the round is over. We don't know exactly what happened, chap. But
gotta stop it. We stop the fight, Rocky. We gotta stop this.
It's refresh, chat.
Throw in the towel. Please.
HP bar not looking great here for Trev. Once again, taking a bit of a downfall. Ruffian taking a huge life lead. It's growing ever larger.
Only the shadows will know what happened here.
Wait, are one of them streaming? Can we pull up their stream? It might be
I
over by the time we do that, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We'll get
We'll
smacked
find out.
by that 90-second Twitch pre-roll ad.
I can't believe it's all ending like this in 8-bit combat.
Oh, look at that. Game 2. Gonna go over to Ruffian one more time. Somebody should definitely have messaged them. Hopefully we can pop back in for game 3. Maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully they back out.
Oh, no. Oh, they backed out.
Did.
All
They
right.
did. Okay. We're back in there. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Going into game 3. Ruffian up 2-0. Just like it was written in the script.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Did you... There... Please.
Did we get in?
No, we didn't.
Wait.
We didn't spectate in time. Unfortunate collapse. Just when you think it's over, they pull you back in.
Life lead going over to Trev, though. We might get more chance. If Trev wins, we get more chances.
Bryce,
Welcome to 8
Links in the chat.
combat.
Oh, Ruffian streaming. All right, let's pull this up. I got hit by the pre-roll. These keyboards are so
Ads.
low.
it's like
Trev.
window capture.
Trev's going low.
It was a close match. Trevor trying to come back. I don't know what's happening, but I imagine there's a lot of spins. There's some Nago buttons going on. Blood gauge might have popped a few times.
It's tournament point here for Ruffian. I'm still in the pre-roll. All right, final round here coming in. We're going to get the projection coming forward from Trev. This is, once again, tournament point here for Ruffian, up currently 2-0 with the 1-round lead. And this is all Trev has left. Back to the wall. Ruffian feeling totally secure in their life lead. But can they keep it going? Look at that wrist gauge. It is flashing. It is warning. He took the hit just to get the flashing off his screen.
There you go. We're back in it. The stream of the stream. Throw from Trevor, trying to even things up. Ruffian on tournament point. Trevor just going for it. Gets a late night snack at 10:48 p.m.
Yeah, it's looking tough here. Does get the burst to keep the pressure going here. But look at that HP. It's gone.
Trevor with the round staying in the tournament, but it's still tournament point for Ruffian.
You're going to win this duel 3 here. It all comes down to this, chat. Live or die, heaven or hell. It's all that we got left as we get the burst already out of Trevor. Projection forward. Gets the air dash. Ruffian applying so much pressure. Chases him down to the corner. Shock state is active. The hit's in. That's a wall break. That's very close to dead.
Through the wall and positive bonus. Ruffian making the assault. Trevor stuck in the corner at the moment. Pushed there by Ruffian. Big counter hit. Tried to... Nothing. Couldn't even do it. Tried to burst. Got stuffed.
And that is your first ever low kick esports Guilty Gear Strive tournament champion in Ruffian, NJ Kai Kisuke, the first ever.
You know what? It was a fun ride. We had it all. We had whiff punishes. We had whiff throws. We had behind the back fan KOs. We had lobbies destructing themselves. It was everything I could have dreamed for the first LKO Guilty Gear Strive tournament. Congratulations to Ruffian coming out with the pastel pink Kai, making it look perfect. And big ups to the rest of the contenders that participated in the bracket. 64 people for our first LKO. I cannot say how much I am appreciative of that. Big ups to the staff and TOs for running it. Big shout out to the mans behind the screen, Bryce, for running it. And of course, Doctor, first time we've commentated together, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the last. I had incredible amounts of fun on the 1s and 2s with you.
Yeah, tonight was so much fun, Dynamite. Thank you for having me. Thank you, chat, for keeping us up to date on all of the hidden tech. And thank you to the players who put on, like I said, so many times already tonight, just such an amazing show. Character diversity was through the roof. The gameplay diversity was through the roof. It was insane. And it was awesome. I had so much fun tonight.
Good stuff all around. Big ups to everyone in the chat hanging out. Thank you for putting the code into the Matcherino. And you know what? 7 days time, we're going to do it all over again. Until then, be kind to one another, love yourselves, and let's hit them up next Tuesday. Peace and love.